Welcome to the live stream. Hello, hello, hello. I forgot to hit live again, but I wasn't talking. It was just during the opening splash. So, anyway. I showered and my bangs are not, they've been given the time. You know when there are things where if I gave it the time, it would be just right? They haven't gotten the time yet, but that's okay. Let me make sure my royalty-free pop-punk instrumentals are not too loud. Hello, I'm Jen Schiffer. Welcome to my stream. My live, my stream. That's a Borat quote. Today's the fourth installment of Little Glitch and Gabbo. So what I'm doing today is right now this is the Gabbo part where I Gabbo. And then we go through some of my glitch projects as we migrate them off to their future home, be it another hosting platform or merely just a file directory on my computer. Let's start out by doing what I should have done before I hit live, which is clean my desk off. Today is it's Monday, June 2nd, first stream of the month. Maybe I'll do this almost every day, who knows? But what I'm a little I think I start every stream discombobulated, but I had blood work done this morning, so I was up really early because when you get your blood taken for testing, depending what you're testing for, you have to fast, i.e. not eat. And I hate not being able to eat or drink coffee. And so I picked the earliest appointment possible, got up at the ass crack of dawn, did was it a mile and a half? Maybe a mile walk uphill to the lab and had my blood drawn. And it was a new lab. I've not had my blood taken at this lab before because my previous lab is no longer in my insurance network. And so this is a new place for me. And I really liked it. If you live in Jersey City and you need blood taken or maybe piss taken, I saw urine cups next to me. They were not full. They were empty, but potential for urine. Let me know, and I'll tell you about a place I know and have tried out. I get my blood taken for tests twice a year. I have Hashimoto's, and so I have to, it's like a thyroid disease, and I have to do diagnostics on my thyroid twice a year while it's stable. And so this is just that time of year where I go and get the needles and poked and prodded and squeezed and lifted and hugged, loved, scolded, hosed down. It's a whole thing. So yeah, I'm feeling hopeful though. I've been feeling pretty okay. My brain's been pretty foggy, but I think that's just allergies and the world and everything that's going on. Peter said just gotta make sure it's not a teal front. No, there's no teal here. Oh, hey Gargon. Thanks for taking a break from the Macedon headquarters to join the stream. Peter, I haven't heard from you in a while. I don't think. Let's see. I just have to check and make sure that I posted that I was streaming. So, oh, funny thing. I'm glad that you were here. When I was getting my blood taken, the phlebotomist, she was like this older lady, and she was just like, "I love the pin on your bag. I love cats. Let me show you the pin that is on my bag." So, I love that. I love that she's like, "Oh, I love the pin on your bag. I love cats." That's why I was like, "Oh, look who's in the chat." You gave me that pin, right? At Dinosaur JS, like 500,000 years ago. Um, I like immediately put it on this like designer backpack I got. I got this bag the day that Anil offered me the job to work at Fog Creek to work on Glitch. I like left the Fog Creek office, and to celebrate, I was like, I've been wanting a mini black backpack forever. This is December of 2016. And so I got it, and then you gave me this pin at Dinosaur JS in Denver, and I put it on here, and not so much anymore, but for a couple of years, I would get so much shit from strange women on the train about it. Like, how dare I deface a designer bag with this pin? And I would be like, how dare you speak to me before being spoken to initially? I love this pin. So that's so fun. I was like, when she pointed it out, I was like, I haven't talked to Peter in a while. I haven't seen you because I've been on the conference circuit and stuff. So the fact that like you're here, that's so funny. Hey Potch, Potch, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to share with the chat. I'll get to. I have something about Potch I want to share. So first, over the weekend, I updated all of like my site templates in celebration of the 5th birthday of Live Laugh blog, and I wrote a nice little like post about it. I talked about the state of like my candle store because I was planning to launch over the weekend, and it's been delayed, but that's okay. Go to livelaugh.blog and read it. And then today I just published before I went live my weekly retro. This is the 17th retro. That's 17 weeks. That's 17 over 52th of a year. But Potch, I shouted out and watched again you on Code TV's Leet Heat with True, who I know. I streamed with True before. She's great. So y'all should go to Code TV, which is formerly Learn with Jason. Jason and his team really put their whole pussies into this production, I will say. It's done really well. It was really funny. And Potch and True, you both made me laugh. But great job, Potch. I knew you were doing that show, and yeah, cool stuff. I linked to it in the weekly retro that just went out today. So yeah, Live Laugh blog. And yeah, 5 years of blogging. I mean, I've been blogging for more than 5 years. Just like I've been drinking coffee for more than 5 years. That's my segue because I forgot to get into what the drinks of the stream are. It's the huge coffee in my MSU mug. That's Montclair State University, my alma mater and former employer. And sugar-free iced tea in what we call the chug glass. It's an old watermelon juice glass. So that's the drinking today. So stay hydrated and caffeinated. Okay, so yeah, 5 years of Live Laugh blog. I started as like a half joke. I started tweeting about like, I should be a lifestyle blogger. Posh says 5 years ago you invented blogging, and the blogosphere has never been the same. It has not. What was fun in the stream on Friday, I had gone over one of the glitch apps was the photo booth app that Potch and the team had remixed from someone else to use for a glitch event. But it was, I don't know, it made me nostalgic for when I did Live Laugh Conf. Of course, I'm linking to a local URL there. That's strange. I'm gonna have to edit that. Let's edit that while I'm talking. So, Live Laugh Conf. Live Laugh Conf was a conference that I had to celebrate the start of my blog. And what I did was I had asked friends to make like a 5-minute video of any topic that was about something that they love to do that's not work, because I was kind of going in I was like entering my like actually work sucks, I know era. I think that's the only 127. That 127 is a local build of the blog. So I'm in Nova right now in my Live Laugh blog repo. Fix the link, you dink. Dink is double income, no kids. I guess that is us. Someone said like yeah, I think Annie's friend said that they're dildo, dual income, little dog only. I think that, yeah, that was funny. We don't have a little dog though. So if you're a couple, no kids but a little dog only, dildo. Love that. Okay, let's get out of here. So yeah, Live Laugh blog. This will eventually update because when I made that commit, it triggers a build on the DigitalOcean app platform. But yeah, I can actually just type in Live Laugh blog. Live Laugh blog, Live Laugh Conf, we raised over $10,000 for the Women's Prison Association, which I used to be on the junior board of until they like redid how their junior boards and stuff work. But raised over 10K, and there's a URL here where you can actually watch it. And yeah, it was like fun writing the 5-year post to go through the 5 years. Now the link works. You see, that's the power of the internet. And it's not magic. No matter what the AI guys say, none of this stuff is magic. It's just telling the computer to do a thing, and like it does it if you're lucky. It used to be it does it, but then AI was like, maybe it does it. I don't know. So yeah, go to Live Up blog, read my post. There's a photo of Puma's cardboard that he shredded. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. And to do, like, part of that was also updating Bugsrock, my online store. I've only just started updating it again. I'm hoping, as per my weekly retro today, if there are no surprises, nothing like drops, my blood work comes back fine, I'll be selling candles next week. I just have some stuff on the store that I want to like update, but you can go there right now and draw rainbows and sign up so you can find out when it's ready. And I'm holding that here. Actually, look, I can recreate that photo right now. These are my candles. We have fun. Okay. So, yeah. What we want to do today, I went over my blog stuff, blah, blah, blah. Drink of the stream, saying hello to the chat. Glitch. So, yeah, this is the 4th installation of me going through my dashboard on Glitch because, as per the announcement on blog.glitch.com, project hosting is shutting down July 8th. The dashboard with downloads will be available throughout 2025, they say. And so I've been going through the projects to download them. Let me get a folder. Let me get to the right folder. I don't want to like... Okay. Here we go. So here, I have a bunch of folders here. I'm like archiving them. .com is putting them into genshifter.com, which I'll show you how I've been doing that because I did some work on that over the weekend. Early day starters, those probably won't go live. Live Laugh blog, these are glitch apps that I link to on Live Laugh blog posts, so I definitely want to move those over, like the Live Laugh Com photo booth, graph paper. Node, these are apps that I would like to have running, but they need a Node server, and so I'm gonna have to like either use Valtown for some of these, or I'll spin up a DigitalOcean droplet. I haven't figured it out. And then there's Not Too Old to Care, but Old Enough. It's usually like Fastly stuff, old robot karaoke apps. Remixes, so these are apps that I made remixing off of somebody else's that I liked. Starters, literally just like starter apps, are probably old. And then like Too Old to Care. Like I don't care about a Fastly meetup that I ran in February of last year. So yeah, those are the... This is how we're triaging stuff. And how I've been moving it. This is my local build, but we can also go to actual genshifter.com on here. Does anybody know what browser Nova uses? I don't know. So I made a new page. It's not linked here yet. But I've been putting my glitch apps in the glitch directory, and then I'll just have like a list of them. I'll do like different boxes of, well, here this post glitch app is not an app that's on glitch, but it's just the raw background of Bugs Rock, because I'm going to do a tutorial and whatever on that. But I'll have different categories. Like I have my candle specific ones, starters, blah 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 blah. So there's that. You'd wager it's a WebKit view. Yeah, I figured that's the case. The thing is it like it works well. So whatever it is, I'm happy about it. So yeah, and so this is just, I just coded like a list item with HTML like the cave people used to do. There were the hunters, the gatherers, and the HTML developers. And I am, this is the HTML. Here's the list items. But I've been making directories with English. So all very like manual, but that's like fine. I'm not trying to like be precious. Ooh, Poch says the docs confirm. I love this. Are you sure you want to leave YouTube? Yeah. I'm fucking 40 years old. Like, quit pissing me off. WebKit preview. You swipe for your pages. You know, one thing that I didn't do when I got Nova is read any documentation. That's okay. Cool. I'll move this to the side and read some of that later. Okay. Oh, so one thing I want to do is I use like super tiny text, so let me increase so it's a little bit more visible. visible. You probably can't hear because I had to shut the window. It's so nice out here in Jersey City. And I would have my windows open, but there's a guy sanding all the cast iron gates behind our building. And he's been going for hours. It's like a large gate, and it's not my favorite sound, but you know, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to do our jobs. Okay. So on Friday, we ended with finishing the year 2024. Is MongoDB sync and starters or in too old to care? Yes. Okay. So the last thing I downloaded was this one. Okay. So now we're entering 2023. What happened in 2023? 2023 was, well, I think November 2023 was when I started the Glitch Community Code Jams program. And in tandem with that, Glitch Jams Live, where I would live stream me making my own entries. Yeah. So let's get into it. So we're going backwards from December 30th, and it's like we're not going to get through all of the years, but that's 3 pages. Let's see what we can do. It is nice out, but also that means that my allergies are allergying. Okay. Post-grunge. Post-grunge is a remix of Casey Calderup of Glitch and other really cool things fame, bookmark site. And this is my remix. I called it Post-grunge, and it's an activity pub app. And I was adding stuff to it, and then I stopped. That's kind of like how it goes on this bitch of a planet, right? That's why I'm very proud that I've been doing the weekly retro for 17 weeks. That's, what's 17 divided by 52? That's almost a third of a year. But yeah, I would need Node to run this, so I will download that into the Node folder. You can see it's awake a bunch, probably more than, yeah, because this is day 2 of the month, an hours reset. I'll keep it live. Okay. Pollen Granite Spade. This one's got a lock. It's a starter WebSocket app, which means it's a remix of my starter WebSocket app. But I'm gonna open it in a new page off screen in case it's like a private remix of somebody trying to work with my remix. Because I care about privacy. Let's see. I don't think it is anything. No, it's a remix with nothing done to it. So maybe I was holding it for something. We're gonna archive it. Okay. Juniper Meyer eyeliner. Let's just like open 5 of these. Boom. Juniper Meyer eyeliner. It's a webhooks receiver. So around this time, we had launched an alpha test for webhooks being sent. So if you're part of the alpha test on preview.glitch.com, we would trigger a webhook whenever anybody liked or thanked you on your page. And so this app was like, here's something you could remix to like start with like handling that webhook. So for this one, I'm pretty sure when it receives a webhook, confetti like shoots out, actually. Or maybe this one is it just logs it out that the webhook was triggered. So this is a starter, but this is just, I think this is a remix. Oh, what's my eyes? I think this is just, yeah, I think this is a point. It was a starter, and then I did work, Casey jumped in, Casey jumped in. Look, it's the bisexual flag. Happy Pride Month, by the way, from one bisexual with the shag haircut to the rest of you who are all that as well. Which, by the way, if you know anybody who is an expert at cutting bisexual shag haircuts in the New York City area, let me know, because my stylist just moved to Lisbon. I'm going to archive this, because I think yes, I got FastFi webhook. This is a remix of FastFi webhook receiver. So I'm gonna archive that. This is just another WebSocket demo I made. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I have less blood than I usually do, so HelloFresh is a Dino starter. Glitch does not have Dino support, but I had set it so that it would install it. I installed it, and then I used glitch on JSON, which is like a special way to like use glitch for something that's not a standard node or static site app. So that's just a starter. I'm gonna download that into the starter folder. And I'm pretty sure I already have that live on my Dino page, but I haven't looked at that since I did this. And also, we're not gonna be updating glitch anymore. Hello Compute. This is a remix of me testing out a demo and tutorial that Sue ended up publishing. So I'm just gonna archive that. And then self-portrait.js. I've shown this before last week. This is my CodeJam submission for the self-portrait CodeJam, the first one. I already downloaded that. Maybe I need my sunglasses. Maybe it's just because, like, my future is too bright. Or, like, my hair is in my eyes. I don't know. I need a haircut. But, again, my hairstylist doesn't live in this continent anymore. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit up and chill the fuck out. Okay. Oh yeah. Leaf typical exoplanet. This is a Git repo import. So again, I'll be a broken record, but I'll keep saying it. It is probably me supporting a user. Or testing our suspension tooling. So if this is suspended, that's what it is. Okay, this is a Discord starting app. Okay, I probably was just testing out the starter. Glitch used to be in the starting docs for Discord. Actually, shout out to the Discord DevRel team. We talked with each other, worked with each other a lot to combat abuse that overlapped on our platforms, be it like Discord servers abusing glitch apps we made to abuse Discord servers. Discord is by far one of the most like open and collaborative teams. Not that like other platforms didn't like care about abuse, they just like didn't want to talk about it or didn't know how to, or wasn't prioritized. And Discord, with like what a mammoth amount of users that they have and how they use it, and it being a chat client, which is just makes abuse inevitable. I'll always appreciate the Discord DevRel team for letting me into their channel and like coordinating with me on stuff, even down to the point where we almost like had to ban Discord use on Glitch because it was being most of the abuse on the platform was Discord related, and they helped us by like removing Glitch from like their docs. So yeah, shouts out to them. We're gonna archive that. Let's open the next 5. Yellow oxtail. I don't know what a description is. I don't know what that is. This is a Node 10 app. Oh, we know what long cat cursor is, Potch, don't we? We'll get into that story. So this is I think someone was having an issue with embeds, and I was testing that out. It's crazy how I can I remember these. I mean, I've helped so many people, which is a blessing. But sometimes I'm like, my mind is still like a steel trap. No idea what the frick this is. Fun text adventure game. Note this is a work in progress. This is not my work in progress because I don't know what that is. So probably just remixed helping a user. I'm gonna archive it. Walnut, admitted jump. This is clearly me trying to help somebody. I love this like HT access. Nah. It was always like funny when, not like funny, but like when people learn about or are trying to learn how to like do the web. I need a mirror because I don't know what's in my eye. So when you're like learning about the web and it's like your page is not doing anything that you want to do and you search it, often the responses that you're getting are not like coupled with like the glitch experience. You're getting things like people answering questions on Stack Overflow where they're running like LAMP stack servers. And so sometimes we'll get support case where like my project doesn't work. I'm trying to do this. Oh, I'm trying to have like .php files show up as like if it was index.html. Like I want the extension to be like ambiguous. And then they'll add HT access and I'll go here, I'll be like, yeah, that's like not going to work because that's not how like glitch works. That will be not glitch because glitch won't be around, but it'll be interesting to see how AI like exacerbates that. Anyway, this is another one of those. Long cat cursor is an important cursor trail that you can add to your app. It's free JavaScript. I made this for Potch. We did like a Secret Santa in 2019. It's probably 2019. Yes, I was right. Again, steel trap. Let's hope my blood is as strong as my brain is. But yeah, it just follows your cursor. Every once in a while, I'll add this to a page and then I'll take it off because it's like actually like quite annoying. But it's the long cat, and we love memes in this house. Definitely want to download that into jenschiffer.com. Let's see. Let's open the next 5. Ooh, my ring's a bit tight. My period starts in about a week, and so I start to like retain a bunch of water and my rings get tight. I have like my ring lineup changes depending on my menstrual cycle. Maybe I will stream every day, most days, for so long to the point where y'all will like be like, oh yeah, she's in her luteal phase because she doesn't have the malachite ring on the middle finger. And then when I hit perimenopause in a couple of years, I'll have to just get all new rings. So, love that for myself. Oh, this is cute. This was a remix. Someone did this for their self-portrait project. And I believe... who did it? I'm not sure. But I like the effect. It might have been Naoto. I don't know if Naoto's in the chat today. I'm gonna put it in remixes. These are like projects that other people made that I just like to have on hand because they're cool and I want to learn from it. This is probably just a remix of the 11T starter. Yeah. Auth0 Node.js seed. When did I make this? This must be a remix. I haven't used Auth. I used Auth0 in my prior job. In 2016, I was using it. So this is probably like one of those like too old to care. I'm just gonna archive it. Fog Slender Keyboard. Oh, this is a 3JS Journey app I made. It's a spooky, it's a haunted house with tombstones. Yeah. I already have this local on my machine, and I don't need to put it live, so I'm just gonna archive it. But that was a fun course. I shouted that out last week. View source. This is my list of bookmarklets for glitch. Let me delete this bookmark to live up long. Like right up here this will take you to the editor view of a glitch app, and then I have the project view of a glitch app. So this is one of those, like, I'll say too old to care, but not old enough, because they might be useful bookmarklets to edit for other sources. But when you're in the business of looking at glitch apps, many of them every day, like I was, bookmarklets there made my job easier. Okay, we're in October. Oh, Gen Money. Yeah, let's open up September's. Okay. This is our 3JS app I made. Oh, this one, I think, I forgot. Oh yeah, this one I had shared because on Firefox it was like acting weird. I probably filed a Firefox bug. Oh my gosh. There was, gosh, I forget. There was some Bugzilla bug that I was involved in, like in 2017, that finally got closed recently. So shouts out. I'm just gonna archive this. But this is another 3JS, like, Galaxy with the controls, so you can, like, edit it. Notion support tickets. Oh, you know what? This is a prototype I had started building for, I think, Mark at Wonderville, which is the bar arcade that we host robot karaoke at. He was like thinking of, like, what is a way I can do tickets for people to report the arcade cabs being broken. And it gave me the idea to, like, try Notion for a web page for filing stuff. And I didn't finish it, but I definitely want to continue it. So I'll put that in Node. I'll put it in Node and I'll rename it. What is it? Remarkable aerial activity? I'm gonna call it Notion support ticket in progress. It's a remix of another Notion app that I had made, which we'll approach at some point. But I'll archive that. genmay.biz. This is my site that just redirects. I don't think... Oh, I do have genmay.biz attached to it. Well, I'll have to figure that out. But that was my old site. Let's download that too. I'll put it in archive. But I'm not gonna... I gotta make a note. Make a note. Get my notebook out to figure out genmoney.biz, because the reason why I don't just redirect it to genschiffer.com, only the index I do, is because my Pixon docs are on there. But like 7 people on this whole planet, and that doesn't include me, gives a shit about Pixon, so I do want to figure it out. Trusting Fanatical Blanket. This will be an A-frame app. I was probably just helping somebody with that. I'm gonna miss A-frame using glitch. Okay, cool. Okay, so painting Notion. I haven't talked about this. I have a Notion page of watercolor paint colors. Right now, the example, okay. The Notion database has palettes, and each palette has a list of colors. And I was building an app where you can draw from those palettes, because even though these are just examples, like right here, and you know me, drawing on canvas is like my shit. I mean, anybody can do it, but it's like what I do. So I thought it'd be cool if I took photos of my actual watercolor palettes. I got this one that I made a long time ago out of an old eyeshadow palette. These are watercolors. And then I have my actual, like, this is like my big girl. I made these. These are Winsor Newton. Whoop. And these are all from Case for Making. This is like my big girl palette, and it was like, oh, would it be cool if I could like draw with these colors and these colors? So the Notion database has the color palettes, and then that was a canvas. So this isn't done. I love this. There should be a better way to retrieve all this data. Oh my gosh, let's take a look. I mean, that's not bad. Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to check what Notion docs suggested. Anyway, I would like to continue doing this project. Live Laugh Blogalytics. This is a remix of Adalytics, which was Ada Rose Cannon's Adalytics Live. And essentially it's just putting an image pixel, and you can get analytics of your page. What the fuck is this? Anyway, I will download it, but I don't use it anymore. I've been using Plausible for analytics, because they're not like, it's not Google Analytics. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna archive that too. Actually, let me make sure I don't have Blogalytics anywhere. Okay. Yeah, I already removed it from Live Laugh blog. Okay. Super vast sandpaper. Grandiose continuous front. Inspiration. Live Laugh assets. Magnificent lowly particle. Okay, so this is a 3JS journey app that I made doing the course. This is June of 2023 or August. Yeah. August of 2023, I took a month off. Yeah, I got a month off because I wanted to shut a window on my neck, and generously I was given time. And I took that month off, and the day I was supposed to go back to work, I got summoned for jury duty, and I clearly was just too charismatic and fun to be around, so I was chosen. And that case went for 3 fucking weeks. Fortunately, it was just like, it wasn't like a scary, like, murder case or something like that. It wasn't really triggering. It was a guy like slipped on a rock on a construction site. I mean, it sucks for him, but I'm just checking to see if Grandiose was even edited, and it wasn't. Why isn't this starting? Oh. Oh, start is not found. What if we do start? Inspiration is my web wing for Glitch Community Code Jams, which I shared last week. And I already downloaded, so. Oh wow. This was the original theme for Live Laugh Blog when it launched 5 years ago. And you might be wondering, what's all this weird block stuff? Well, Live Laugh Blog was a Tumblr blog. This is a Tumblr theme. I'm glad I found this. Graph paper background, goth mode, very cool Live Laugh Blog branding that I had hired. A couple of designers from, I think they're based in Colombia. Very cool. This isn't gonna launch, so I'm not even gonna deal about it. Inspiration, I already got. Live Laugh assets. This is archive, but very cool. Oh, this is a remix of Friendly Words. Community Insights. This is an 11th site. Where I it was a newsletter that I made. I talked about this last week also. 99 issues. I started in June of 2020. I talked about this last week. After the glitch layoffs, my entire team that I managed was laid off, and I was kind of on my own. And I gotta say, not many of the other people in the company were willing to like interact with me. I kind of felt like a social pariah. Not whether that was their intent or not, whatever. But I was definitely like on my own island, and one of the things that was said after the layoffs to everybody with new leadership was they literally said, we don't care about community right now. We only care about cost cutting. And that was knife turned in my heart. And so I was kind of on my own, and I could have just hung around, did nothing, and waited until get fired or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start writing out the community. I'm gonna make the people at work care about what's going on in the community, because what was happening in the community was separate from what was happening internally. And so that was Community Insights. And yeah, that was a fun thing. I'm not gonna click on any of them because it was not for the public, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, Community insights. Level mewing character. Okay. Second alive satellite. Elegant polished fruit. Hello installable. Oh, this is when we were working on PWAs on Glitch. So we wanted a progressive web app demo. Progressive web apps have service workers so that you can make it so your site is available offline. An example of a PWA is make8bitart.com. In fact, I updated Make 8-Bit Art to be a progressive web app based off of the Glitch like demo starter thing. So, yeah. Let's do. But yeah, this is just like a demo. It's a remix of a demo, so I don't necessarily need it. Second alive. This is blue oak. Who made this? I don't know who made this. Big. Giving presentations. Folks, please shout out if you've made that. And anything else that you make, put it in your README. But clearly I imported that from GitHub, probably to help somebody. I don't remember it though. This is some kind of WebSocket Express. Oh, GPT proxy. Probably helping somebody. Gosh, proxies. Proxy browsers were a thing that we had to ban on Glitch. See, this one's suspended. Kids were using Glitch to make proxy browsers so they can watch Netflix and like play games in school. And then schools will reach out to us saying, we're going to be banning Glitch. And then like students would be like, oh, why is Glitch banned in my school? And so we just made the policy to just ban proxy browsers. Because it was like harming students who want to use Glitch and educators who want to use Glitch when their schools would flat out ban the entire platform because a few kids were using it for proxy browsers. But yeah, it was funny because like it was. I know when school starts and ends just because I've been to school, but if you didn't, you would know looking at the suspension numbers because as soon as school starts, the proxy browser attempts like explode. In fact, I'm sure they've figured it out somehow on Glitch to like not get banned because I don't think anybody at Fastly is like proactively looking for abuse on the platform like I was. And so, when hosting ends, when they get back to school in September, who knows where they'll end up. Okay. We're in May. We are in almost 2 years. We're in 2 years ago now. And I've been streaming for an hour, and I can go for a little bit longer. Boom, 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 boom. Let's rock and roll. Trusted Super Very Raptor. You know, the problem with being live, the only problem, is my coffee machine with more coffee is over there, but I'm here, and you're there, and I would dare not abandon you all for a minute to refill. And that's why I have 2 drinks. My head hurts because I woke up early. You ever like wake maybe I'm not a morning person. And so when I worked on Glitch, support was 10 to 6 p.m. Eastern. So I didn't have to be in the office until 10. I would get in like 9:30, 10, but like by 10. And then I would like leave probably like 7 or 8, maybe later if we had like a meetup in the office space. So I was definitely like the night owl of the team when we were just Glitch and also when we were Fastly. Although Fastly, like when we joined Fastly, their HQ is on the West Coast, and so my hours more aligned with like the West Coast time zone. Now, working for myself, I can get up whenever the hell I want to, and generally my day starts at like 10 a.m. But today I had to be at the phlebotomist before 8:30, and it's like quite a walk there, and I can't walk fast because you really aren't supposed to like work out or exercise before you get blood work done in my case. So I had to do like a cool casual walk, which is hard because it was up a steep hill. Anyway, getting up early, I don't like it, and I don't feel good. I feel fine, but like it's not fun being up. What is this? What was I doing? I have no idea what this is supposed to be. The Socket.io app. Oh, it's a Discord demo thing. Okay, whatever. Who cares? Pointy hallowed cayenne. You know, I tried Pomax's script for glitch exports. I have it in here. But it failed. It does it in the order of like oldest projects, and I have the oldest projects in the United States on the on this bitch of a galaxy, even. So yeah. Hello TypeScript. This is just oh look, I've been thanked 468 times. That's so nice. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Let me tell you, there was a point where I had 69 thanks on Glitch, and nobody would thank me because they didn't want to go over that number. You fucking sickos. And so I had to ask a friend to join Glitch to thank me so we can at least get me to 70, and then people started thanking me again. That's a little inside basketball. What was I trying to do? I was trying to see if this was... Yeah, okay, I made that one. Remember TypeScript? I'm kidding. TypeScript's still a thing. We love TypeScript. Valtown is TypeScript focused. Okay. Nebula is a proxy browser, so I was testing that being suspended. Oh, cool. I did a tutorial and test to have glitch accounts with custom domains on Fastly. So when we launched custom domains on Glitch, we worked with the fine folks at fly.io, and they would issue the SSL certs, And then fly.io went through about 3 pivots. And they kindly kept the server with all the domains running. We kind of joked that, like, Kurt, the co-founder of Flyo, had the server domains underneath his desk, and every time he accidentally kicked it was when glitch domains went down. That was our little, like, inside joke. There was a point where it was just becoming too brittle, and that's when we got rid of legacy, letting you create custom domains using glitch, and we called those legacy domains. And so we pushed people to use Fastly TLS with the hopes of bringing back the custom domain experience, because to add a custom domain with free SSL on glitch used to be so easy. You literally just like add your domain and then you just create like a CNAME record. The Fastly experience is like cooking a 5-course meal blindfolded, to be completely honest. And so I wanted to just create documentation that made it easier. And then Sue took the wheel. It kept and updated the tutorials, because Fastly was always changing their dashboard, like how it all is set up. Anyway, Make 8-Bit Art used to use Fastly, and then I just moved all the domain stuff to DigitalOcean after the glitch shutdown announcement was made. So this is my tutorial originally for that. So that would be too old to care, because it's like out of date anyway. Okay. Oh, spilled a little iced tea. Just gotta check my phone real quick. Make sure I have any important emails. My gosh, I like posted a thing on Blue Sky for Pride Month, and some guy was like happy month of sin or something like that. I quoted it with like a hamster holding a gun. It reminded me of last year, the Glitch Community Code Jam prompt I chose because of Pride was rainbows. We also had rainbows all over like the Glitch site. And I tell you, some of the responses to the email announcing it were like vile. And you know what I did? I just suspended their asses. Like any like homophobic like shit that they responded, I just said like, I'm suspending you, and then I'd suspend them, because a lot of them were like, I'm no longer using glitch because I hate gay people. So it's like, okay, fine, let me like help you out the door. And it was, and you know, like that stuff's to be expected, but I was shocked because I like glitch has always been like had rainbows, and we would like, you know, Jesse did a tutorial on how he got the rainbow text, like, but it's like once like, and also the prompt was just rainbows. It had nothing to do with Pride, but just because it overlapped, they knew what the intention was, and it sent them into a spiral. And I was like, I'm not letting like my friendly community become a hostile environment, so you can go. And so I suspended them. And yeah. And also I put their note in Zendesk that they're homophobic. So that anybody in the future, if they got like a ticket from them, they would see that they're homophobic, and also like this is like why, like what ticket they had said that stuff in. Because believe it or not, community guidelines and terms of service extend to the way that you talk to support agents. So, yeah. Okay, hello Blue Sky. Radical Zippy Louse, Rhinestone Clover Meteorology. Hello Blue Sky clearly is my starter for making a Blue Sky bot. I've shown the Counting Sheep app where I had to update the global this of fetch to be node fetch because fetch on node was not introduced until node 18, if I recall correctly. I don't know why this is private. I'm gonna... Maybe I made it private so that it wouldn't run? I don't know. That's a starter. Love.js. Standalone version of Love.js player. Copy the files in your server, drop your love project. I must have been helping somebody with this. Oh yeah, it's a Git repo, so I'm gonna archive that. Rhinestone Clover Meteorology. Let's see. Okay. Archive. Quiver, Gravel, Sociology, and Intriguing Tangible Paprika are Git imports. So probably me helping people. And then we got a static site. Nothing. Nothing. And that was updated. So it's archive, archive, archive. Web client worker, no mini flare. This probably was me helping somebody. Let me open it up in a new window off screen. Are you all having fun? This is like... This is one of the things where like I'm happy to be here. I do enjoy streaming. I wish I was streaming literally anything else. But I know that if I get into doing something different, this job won't get done. Yeah, this is just me helping somebody. This sucks. This sucks that I have to do this. Even though, like, the dashboard will be available past July 8th, the containers of the apps live, so I can go through them, will not be. The whole thing sucks. Fortunate Few, Diver, Rebel, Handy, Zucchini, Tin, Heavy, Shia, Hushed, Befitting Rose. Okay. Clearly, this is me when I was in my exploring 3JS era. That's not what I wanted. Your first Angular app. We used Angular on stats@nba.com when I was working there. Over 10 years ago at this point. It was 2013. And the site was so... Angular was so early on, and so it's just like the web and JavaScript apps in general, that the site would choke during a live game because we would show stats live. And we met with the Angular team, who's a really nice fellow on the Angular core team, Brian T. Ford, if I recall correctly. And we had great conversations about the future of Angular, what the MBA's needs were, and basically how do you have a truly reactive site that's reactive to things changing in real time, like sports scores and stats and stuff. And all the stuff that we needed was like on their roadmap. And I remember my manager being like, will they have it ready for Monday? And me being like, that's not how Google roadmaps work. Like the NBA, our roadmap was based on broadcasting schedule, like on the sports teams. Like Google is not based on like sports broadcasting. They have their own whole world going on. But yeah, good times, fun times. Okay, let's get through February. I might as well get through January, right? How much January is there? Yeah, I can do January. 11 on glitch. This is someone just importing from GitHub. And this is probably just me testing the 11D starter. So there we go. Okay. My chat was not refreshing. So, Marty, I didn't even notice that you joined. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Project Archaeology party. Okay. We got one more month in 2023 to go. So let's rock through it. Okay. That's fantastic. Full stack to stack. I know what that one is. Humane rare sofa, playful dangle dimple. That's a funny thing to say. Therapeutic future spike. I have aerial yoga tonight. I'm now going 3 times a week. And I'm gonna get ripped. I'm already kind of getting a bit ripped. Look at that. Which is nice after sitting on the computer for so long. I've been on the computer for like maybe like 3 hours tops today. Strappy. Oh my god, remember Strappy? Does that still exist? Is Strappy still hiring? Oh yeah. Interesting. Not sure why I was doing anything with Strappy. I'm gonna archive that. Full stack to static. This is a demo app. I did a tutorial on how to make a full stack app static. Okay, never mind. There's a point in glitch where all apps were node apps. And if you wanted a static site, you just like there was no static sites. Everything was node based. Anything static still had the node backend in the editor. And then we launched static sites, which would be free and unlimited and always awake. And so we had, at this point, a few years of all these apps that were full stack, and we wanted people to make the ones that can be static. And so Welcome to My Full Stack app was my tutorial to be like, here's a full stack app. Follow along where I show you how to make it static. So removing package JSON first off, moving server.js, moving the index file out of the views. This is like a standard template for Node apps before static apps became a thing. So this is literally just like a tutorial with like in the app, because there was a time where there was no such thing as like a static site like on Glitch. I would put this in not old enough, because that's a pretty good tutorial. We'll keep it there. Human rare sofa. It's a Hello SQLite remix. Marty, when I see shovels, I think of Blueprints, because Andy and I have been playing Blueprints almost every night. And there's a shovel in that game that's really helpful. The shove, as we call it. Not sure what human rare is. GitHub box. Open any GitHub repo in code sandbox. This must have been me helping somebody also. Yeah, Git repo. Was therapeutic learning processing. Oh, this is an import from Daniel Schiffman's online book. Marty says we're obsessed with blueprints in our house. We're always on the lookout for a good dig day. A GDD, if you will. Yeah. It's we have a friend who is struggling, and it's a struggle to watch them struggle. It's because, you know, it's a game where it's randomized. Also, we can't really talk too much about it on here because it could be a spoiler, whether you've played for one day or have played for like a month, like we have at this point. Just like, so, I mean, I've talked about this before, probably on this stream and in my blog and on Blue Sky and on Mastodon and in therapy and out with friends. It's just such an expansive game, and it's really fun. Also, like, I'm really good at finding stuff that seems hidden, and it makes me feel good when I'm good at a thing. Fuck me for wanting to feel good and smart. Hip respected puck, button island swordtail, Ionian eminent whimsy, catkin melodious clam. Oh, glitch.new. This is its own. This is a remix of glitch.new, but I built glitch.new. It's basically like sort of redirect service where it's open source. Actually, glitch.new is the glitch app. This is a remix of it, and so if you just go to like glitch.com, glitch.new/blank, it would redirect you to remix the .new project and all that kind of stuff. This is just a remix of it though, so I could archive that. Activity 2. Oh, this is me helping out someone's support with a class project. Not like helping them do the project, but I think I was helping the teacher. If I were the glitch team, if any of you were here, it might be worth putting a exitable fixed header on all the glitch.me projects to alert people that July 8th's a deadline. That's something I would have suggested if I still worked there. And I'm sure y'all have thought about something similar. like that too. Just so that people really actually know that this is happening. That was just a remix of the SQLite starter kit. Okay. Oh, we only got three more in 2023. Went through an entire year. Boom, 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 boom. After this, I don't know, should I take a little nappy nap? No, I shouldn't. This is just, Carbonate is just a remix. This is just probably a remix too. Yeah. Let's see. That one's also just a remix. Okay. Cool. I think that's a good ending point. An hour and a half in. Got through 2023. So, probably... Where's my phone? I want to see if I can stream tomorrow. I probably can. Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe at the same time. Because we're getting into what I've been waiting to share. I talked about community insights and the research I would do, and I mentioned that I had searched Twitter and I would create distribution lists of mentions of glitch apps. And we're coming to it, Twitter glitch search. They're only private because it's coupled with searching for glitch. I don't want anyone to remix it and think it like searches for everything. I want it to be like already tutorial once it's open, but now like nobody can use it because RIP the Twitter API. But let me mark in my log that let's see. May 31st I did all of 2024, and then June 2nd I did all of 2023. So I'll come back tomorrow, more likely than not. There's a lot more in 2022, because 2022 was the year that Glitch was acquired by Fastly. So that'll probably be a couple of days to go over. But yeah, so where's my webcam? Thanks for joining me with my boo-boo. I'm going to get more coffee, and I'm gonna off stream do a little work on my Bugs Rock website. I would like to stream as I work on that, but I'll probably just do a stream doing like a review of how I did it. Again, I would love to stream about anything but me going through glitch apps, but that's just like a chore I literally have to do. And I started doing this because I'm sure it's a chore that other people have to do as well. And so that's why I'm torturing myself. Like, again, like, it's like nice to go down memory lane. This is also literal fucking torture for me. So that's why I'm trying to breeze through it. But thank you for joining me. Thanks for chilling in the chat. Marty, Poch, Peter. Oh, Brody, I see, chimed in. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow to talk about the year 2022. One of the worst years ever, I would say, in terms of like career in life. It's not fun to go through an acquisition, but there are worse things to go through, like a product you've worked on for almost a decade shutting down. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like and subscribe. I'll probably stream at the same time tomorrow. But with that, I'm going to click the splash screen to go away. Okay? Oops, not that one. I want the one where I say goodbye. There we are. See you next time.